Chernetsky, fanpass.tv, 33star.com, Artist Lounge at Rockville with my friends from Chiodos. Guys,
Yo.
what's going on?
Hanging. Just got done playing.
I know it's a sweaty, loud, awesome mess out there.
It's really hot today. It's nice though, because we've been north and it was cold. So,
Where did you guys just come from?
well, we started up in Michigan and we're working our way down
That's cold
the East
in
Coast.
Michigan.
Yeah.
Favorite place to play of all time ever?
Of all time?
Of all time ever.
Tokyo, Japan.
Yeah.
They
That's
love it
great.
there,
Yeah,
right? They're
they
fucking
love
crazy.
rock music, and they're so reserved. But
And
then they
it's
just
like,
go crazy, and then
stop.
it's amazing. I love it.
It's magical because you could kind of like be orchestra guy.
I know.
So, you guys, I have to say, I love the album name because it's simple and to the point.
Right.
Devil,
Yeah.
obviously. I do want to know though, where, like when you're talking about a band name and you're like, oh, that's been done, or oh, this is whatever.
Yeah.
Devil is pretty, it's not like Hail Satan. Devil is like a totally different thing. Because
Right.
it means so many different things.
Right.
So, what were your sides of the spectrum?
I mean, this record is about a lot of the craziness that I went over the past couple years, getting sober, working on myself, like some like heavy stuff. So, this is about all my demons, all the things that stop you from being the person that you basically set out to be originally. So.
Where, like, at what point in your life did you realize that that's what's happeing to you? Because we all went through that.
Right, for sure.
There's different things you have to do to fix it.
I mean, other people noticed it way before I did.
Of course. But what point were you like,
Probably 26, 25, something like that. I'm 29 now, so.
So
yeah.
how did that, how did that change your life on tour and your band members' lives on
Well,
tour?
at first I was like, yo, guys, I'm sober, don't drink on the bus. It's hard. And then it's like, that's kind of an unrealistic expectation.
Right.
But just for the first tour back, that's what the focus was. And then from there, I'm more comfortable being around it now, basically. And I think it's pretty much, just everybody kind of behave yourself in like a respectful way. You know what I mean? As long as I'm not waking up to people pouring like a fifth in my mouth when I'm sleeping, it's pretty cool,
So for other bands that are kind of like starting out that don't want to go off the deep end, which is so easy to do when you're on the road, you're bored, everything's in front of you and you're rock stars. What do you guys do? Like, what are some films that you're into? Do you work out? What do you do?
Huge into working out, huge into like yoga, like mindful meditation, stuff like that. I mean, I just try and stay as physically active as possible. I like to go around and kind of submerge myself in the culture a little bit.
Sure.
See what's around. And I don't really allow myself to get bored, and management in the band doesn't really allow me to get bored either.
Do you guys play any cool games on the road?
Like video games or like?
You would
regular
say
games?
that. I mean like board games, because I'm a girl. I'm like, what do? You like play Scrabble? What is your longest word ever spelled?
Oh, I don't even know. I haven't played Words with Friends in like a year. That's so old news. No, I mean, we play a little bit of basketball, video games, and football.
I haven't played a video game in a long time.
Since like Warped Tour probably.
Yeah,
but,
long time.
What about favorite reading, favorite dining?
Reading. I've been into a lot of Mitch Albom. I don't know, he did Tuesdays with Maury. And I just read a book by him called A Phone Call from Heaven. That is crazy. It's
What's that
crazy.
about?
It's about all of a sudden this small town in Michigan actually starts getting all these phone calls from dead loved ones, and it's just this whole frenzy starts. All these religious nuts
Clearly
come.
fiction.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. But I'm not completely done with it yet, so I don't want to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to.
And now you guys have been around for a long time. Where do you see it? So much has changed with the music industry. Obviously, we're not going to get into the details, but where do you kind of see it going? Where do you see things like social media these days taking our music culture? Where do we stand? How much power do we have, and where is it taking us?
Well, I mean, I think we have a lot of power. I just think people don't. I think that they're afraid. Yeah, I mean, right now in the rock scene, you see a lot of Disney or you see a lot of us super offensive, but you don't see anybody just real down the middle. You know what I mean?
Which is what we're kind of trying to catch.
Totally.
Kind of like the real lifestyle. So, what would you like to see happen with, social media for the music culture? Come on, you got to talk.
it's just more like an organic approach to it. Just be real instead of fake and sugarcoat it all the time.
And instead of being dramatic and being big, right? Just keep it.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it's changed a lot. I mean, when we first started, there wasn't much social media at all, and then all of a sudden we saw this like spawn of it. And
I feel like when you guys started, there wasn't even MySpace yet.
No.
Like
I
that
think we're
launched
on
like a few
Friendster.
years after.
Yeah, maybe a couple of years after. We're not that old.
No, but you
a
guys
couple
been like
years
15
after.
years. You've been around for like 15 years. I feel like 10.
Not that long. 10.
10 years? Okay. So MySpace is like 10 years ago, 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay. And as a band, what would be your like ideal tour day off?
Tour day off?
Day off. Well, we all know what happens when you work.
Day off. I wouldn't mind.
Like your magical dream day off.
A beach, a book, a bunch of good food, maybe
What's
some of
your
my
favorite food?
family, like some sushi, or hit up some Thai food, or just something a little spicy. It'd be good.
My favorite one was when we went skydiving last summer. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was pretty rad.
I'm so scared. I'm so scared of falling. How was that? Do you
For
feel
real?
like you're falling when you're skydiving? What is that like?
Amazing.
Dave Mustaine said it's better than sex, so I don't know.
For me, like my head was completely clear, and I didn't really like have a thought process. I was just
Yeah.
like watching it come closer and closer and closer. You know, like I didn't feel like I was falling really.
You only have like 20 seconds of free fall or something like that if you jump from like 10,000 feet, and that's kind of crazy. But then when the parachute opens, it's just like smooth.
What are the chances of playing a show, well, or playing a song or half of one while
skydiving?
suspended?
Oh, it'd be amazing.
Is that possible?
I don't know, but we should try it right now.
But
It'd be
I'm
amazing.
saying, like, if everybody's locked, everybody's mic'd, and has their instruments plugged into
I don't
some
know about
wireless
the frequencies. I don't
pretty
know that.
loud.
That would get into some nerd stuff that I don't know anything about.
Listen, guys, I think you
But
should
I'd be
try
down.
it, but if you do it, I want credit.
All right, deal.
Or you
I'm
can
just
join
saying.
us. You can do backup vocals.
I'll be like on the plane pooping myself in fear. I have such a fear of falling. But guys, honestly, if you ever could skydive and play some music, I think that would be probably the most unique experience ever offered by a rock and roll band. It's the kind of shit we talk about here at
look into
fanpaz.tv. Julia Chernetsky, bringing it to you.
Thank you.
Rock on, my friends.
Thank you very much for having us.